each moment of life is like a movement of a wheel turning, like in the infinite small, the atoms, for example, or in the galaxy, the planet turning around. So this movement we find in all dimensions, and also in what we call the chakra, the energy center in the subtle body. It's also represented like it's a wheel. Chakra means wheel. So in a wheel, there is a place where there is no movement, which is the center. So through any experience of life, we can feel lost, taken around, away from ourselves, not knowing what to do, asking ourselves what's next, and so on. We go in state like sadness, depression, anger, or super joy, or any positive or negative emotion. We can be taken away from the center. But we can use an image like sitting on our lotus flower in the subtle inner world, feeling like we are, through any experiences, we're always sitting on this lotus flower where we are never touched by anything. No experience can move that inner subtle presence, which is not affected, but which is witnessing everything. So when we feel identified in an experience as a character or with an energetic experience, an emotion, we can just come back to that subtle center of the experience, like stepping back and stay here. Simply staying here. And energy might be pleasant or unpleasant. So when it's unpleasant, we tend to push away the experience, to not to be there, to not want to be here. And also when it's a very pleasant experience, like meeting a friend we have not seen since a long time, we can feel a great joy, and our attention can be kept outside on the person. In this moment, if we can just stay with the experience, the inner experience of joy, this can bring us to this state of awareness, which is beyond experiences, this presence, this subtle, simple presence. So any experience, whether good or bad, is always a chance to bring back attention to this center of experience. So either we continue to blame the world and others, or we learn to stay seated in the center of awareness, witness consciousness, which is not judging, which has no commentary on anything which is happening, which is not conditioned by good and bad, the notion of good and bad. But it is looking, it's just aware of the conditioning of the body-mind according to its memories, which feels good, bad, good, enjoyable or not. So that's some little tricks like that we can use to come back to ourselves, to step back very gently. We come back to our lotus flower in the middle of the wheel of experience, whatever it is, and things happens, but we are not moving. We are always here. So there are many tricks or things like that we may use. That idea is the same, to stay here. So always the same thing, we just have to remind ourselves through looking a video like that, or whatever means, just stay where you have always been. The center of awareness, which is not even a center, like you can see in the Zen Enzo circle. There is not even center, it's empty. So center is an image, a concept, but it's even centerless. But this helps to bring attention somewhere, and then we don't need that point even. Because it's all like props. We use tricks like props in yoga. Very much fine to use props. But inside, life is teaching us to let go of props. So maybe this one first, this one, until we don't need anything, any prop, any support of mental support, image, mantra, remembrance of a guru, or this or that. So all our props. For that, we think you need props because it feels lost in the play of duality, separation. But by and by, it learns how to dwell on its own self, which is our natural state. So that's all for today. Thank you for listening. I invite you to subscribe to my newsletter in the link below, and I will find you very soon. Thank you. Namaste.